Hey guys, so I just like really want to do this like really super quick live to um hey oh, all right, just keep going, B. I just want to do this like super quick live to something really like interesting. Was interesting happened today. So I was cleaning Jane's house, which is like I love it so much. Her house is so clean. It's like find the dirt. It's like a treasure hunt looking for the dirt. Unlike me, I'm really chaotic. It's funny how someone who's so messy and creative can actually be such a meticulous cleaner. But anyway, I just had this like, you know how things go. I was like, well, I've got the next 5 hours cleaning. I'm going to need a radio, Jane. And she's like, I have a radio here. I said, is that part of your survivalist kit? She said, it sure is, Benna. And I said, great, let me plug that in. And of course, the only channel that worked was the ABC. And then, right, and fuck off, demons. This is when it sort of started to get interesting because they were talking about the upside down flats. So I was like, well, I'm all ears, right? And so anyway, so it was starting about like this woman had I did record some of it. I may or may not play it. So this woman was like, I went for a drive over Easter in Victoria, and there was like I spotted at least 6 upside down flags. And they're like, well, what does it mean? What does it mean when that's the height of impropriety to hang a flag upside down? Why are these people doing it? And the theory was, oh, they're all sovereign citizens. And anyway, so this first caller got on the radio and she was like, look, so I was driving down the street and there was like 6 in one street and I thought, oh my God, this is where they all live. And she said, I was so scared that my car was going to break down and I would have to knock on the door of one of these farms where the sovereign citizens are, knowing how dangerous they are. Lol, like so hilarious. And I was like, okay, step one. And of course, this is the ABC. So the guys like they are fully programmed, and anytime a caller comes in with information they don't want, they're like, got to change the subject, got to go to the news. So he was like rabid for it. Oh, people are scared because they're so dangerous. Like, anyway, so I just kept cleaning and listening, and then they had the expert guy on, and he was actually pretty balanced. He was saying, look, the government has not served the Australian people. He said, you're going to find, and the guy was trying to encourage him, you know, the announcer, the host, was trying to encourage him and say, oh, look, it's mainly Victoria. It's like all around the Desi Freeman thing, and we can see how dangerous it is. And he was like, well, it's pretty much everywhere. Queensland's pretty big for it too. These sovereign people, and he said they don't like the term sovereign citizen. And then he went on to say that it's an anti-government rhetoric. It's an anti-government rhetoric that has really stemmed out of the pandemic, and then the financial crisis is exacerbating this distrust and dislike of the government. And so I listened to him go on and on and on about how, we solve the sovereign problem by servicing more government to regional people, because all regional people see from the police is the sheriff coming to repossess their car, is the roadside drug and alcohol tests, and there's no like positive interaction with police from a rural perspective, right? Anyway, hilarious. And I was just like, okay, so this guy's really fucking annoyed me. And anyway, the next caller in was a fucking legend. And if I had recorded that, I would be playing you that right now. So she called in and she's like, yeah, I agree, I am a 70-year-old woman. I've owned several businesses and I have 3 I've been to court 3 times. The first time, all regarding the scamdemic, plandemic. She planted that. 70 years old, mate. Fucking legend. Whoever that woman was on the ABC today, like, respect. And she said, oh, I've planted, I got busted for paying my staff during the pandemic. I paid my staff without a mask and without social distancing, and the police saw me through the window and came in and arrested me. And he goes, oh, right. He goes, so how did they recruit you? Did the sovereign people, did they contact you? She goes, what are you talking about? She goes, you know, you have like this thing, it's called a head. And inside it, there's something that's called a brain. And if you get that thing working, it can actually like go places. She said, so I got my brain working and I did some research on my own. She said, I researched that the Australian government has an ABN. The Australian Taxation Office has an ABN. And he was like, oh, like, we're not here to talk about that. Like, I think you're like one of them. You're like one of them, aren't you? You're one of them. And she said, yeah. And the last guest you had on, like, she goes, he didn't even mention the Constitution. He goes, well, what's that got to do with anything? And she was like, the Constitution has been altered. And he said, yeah, like, this is just reaching a little bit far into the conspiracy side. And I can see you're absolutely one of them. He said, so, how, like, let me ask you how you feel. And she was just such a firecracker that they did the usual ABC, like, look, I'm going to have to break you off there. I'm going to have to cut you off. I'm going to have to shut you down. I'm going to have to change the subject. And if I can't change the subject, I'm going to have to go to the news. Because the woman came armed with facts, logistics, and this is what happens, and it happens in the troll groups that troll me. And people go in armed with, look, I did go to the doctors. I did get conventional treatment, and I was at death's door. And I tried this alternate remedy, and it worked. And here's my evidence. And those people will just delete your comments. They will cut you off. They just don't listen. It's like they don't listen. They only want to talk as long as they can guide the narrative down the path that is comfortable for them. And when you come in with like logistics, well, that's a problem for them. Anyway, that's the end of my story. I know, it's just like I had to get it out because I was just like, wow, like God made me listen to this. Like he put me in this room with a radio, with nothing to do but clean and listen to the ABC. And because I said to Jane, she goes, just focus on the cleaning bee. I said, no, I'm in this. This is my people. This is my mob. And really, we don't want anything to do with the government. Like, you can do what you want over there, right? And we'll do what we want here, right? And that is like, that's okay. You want that kind of control and you like to be comfortable and safe and protected and in that whole ideology. That's fine. You can have it. But can you just leave us alone? No, they can't leave us alone because everything we want to do, like grow food and raise chickens and medicate ourselves with herbal medicine, it's illegal. I mean, Andrographis, a herb that is so cheap. I'm not telling many people about the fact the government's about to ban Andrographis. It's like a herb that, like I said, I don't know that much about it yet, but I'm about to buy 10 kilos of it because it's about to be becoming illegal. So, anyway, look, I hope all this recorded, and I think it's an interesting subject. The way that they are trying to steer people, but people are like, and the people that pop up out of the sovereigns, it's like nobody can deny they're one, educated, and two, they're alive. They are like rippling with like, yeah, baby, you want to play? Let's play. And the people are like, no, sorry, we can't play with you because like you're dangerous. So, okay, leave it there. Namaste. I love you. Benaboo.